I am going to be talking about these safety switches on the KLR650. Pretty sure I know for sure the second generation. I'm pretty sure the first generation and probably also the third generation. The side stand switch and this starter lockout switch. And the reason I'm doing this video is I need to replace this starter lockout switch on the KLR, and these are just simple switches, or just single pull, single throw. And if you saw the wiring diagram of one of these, it'd be just like this. This switch is the starter lockout switch. It's located by the clutch lever, and kind of hard to do this. I'll try and do this so you can see it's normally closed. But you can see it's got a very low resistance, and then when you press the switch in, or you switch it, it goes to if this was on that cheap Harbor Freight meter, it would read open, wouldn't read anything. But this meter takes it all the way up into the millions of ohms. So it's normally closed, but when your clutch is disengaged, it's in this position, and then when you disengage your clutch to shift, it moves out. And there's a 3-prong electrical connector on the back of it, but only the bike only uses the two farthest, the connectors at the ends. Doesn't use the center one, and that's for the starter lockout switch. And then for the side stand switch, this is another replacement side stand switch I got off of a used KLR, and the reason I got it is these things are known to fail, and these are normally well, let me show you. When the side stand is up, it should be closed. As you can see there, that's the up position. And when you lower the side stand, it opens. This side stand switch prevents you from taking off on the bike with the side stand down. So this would be the position for the side stand down. If you tried to put it in gear and you started to release the clutch, it would kill the ignition, the bike would stall. You have to have it in this position, the side stand up, for the bike to take off. And I keep wanting to call this a clutch switch, but they call it a starter lockout switch. This just lets you start the bike while it's in gear with the side stand up. If this breaks, you can still operate the motorcycle. You just have to start the bike in neutral. But if this breaks, it will leave you stranded, and I'll show you how to, if that ever happens, I'll show you how to fix that. But first thing I need to do is replace this. And well, first I'll show you that the bike won't start in gear, and then we'll replace the old starter shut-off switch or lockout switch with this new one, and I'll show you the difference that it will start in gear. Okay, if the starter cutoff switch on this bike was working, when you have the bike in gear, the kickstand up, and the clutch disengaged, and you can see I have it's not in gear because the light's not on. I'm getting nothing from the starter switch, and that's because this cutoff switch isn't working correctly. And so let's take that off and put the new one on. Okay, to get this starter cutoff switch off, it's located right by the clutch lever, and you need to remove the hand guard. And there's a bolt on top and a nut on the bottom. And also loosen up your clutch adjusting screw lock nut to make room for the hand guard. Makes it easier. And then I need to move the camera. One important thing before I move the camera, take a rubber band or some vice grips or something and put your clutch lever in the disengage position. Underneath, I had to put this cardboard up to block that fluorescent light. There's two Phillips screws. There's one here and one over here. You need to remove those. The connector is easy to remove compared to cars, or most connectors on cars. You just press this piece down right here and you can push it off like that. And you can see on this old starter cutoff switch the plunger broke off. So that was the problem. I'll put this new one on. Now hopefully that camera stays put, and reconnect the new switch. And oh, I lost it. Shoot. And that is on. Now I should be able to remove the rubber band. And then you can feel with your finger, just verify that the clutch is operating that push rod, that switch rod on the starter shut off switch. And then reinstall the handguard. And lock down the clutch adjusting, the lock nut, adjusting screw lock nut. And you don't have to tighten these the handguard bolts very tight. And then I just check back here and verify that it's still operating. And now let's try it and see if it will start in gear. Pull in the clutch. Yeah, so it's working. The reason I want to talk about this side stand switch, you can see how the side stand operates this lever that's connected to the switch inside this plastic housing. There's two wires that run from the switch back up here. If this fails, what will happen is you will be forced to put the bike in neutral. You can start it. You'll put it in gear with the clutch disengaged. You'll let out the clutch and the engine will die. You won't be able to go anywhere. Unlike the starter cutoff switch, if that fails, you can still operate the bike, you just can't start it in gear. It always has to be in neutral. But if this fails, you're stranded. And the way that you fix this, the way that I would fix this if I got stuck somewhere, is I would just follow these wires, remove them from these hold down clamps. I would just cut it somewhere. Remove the insulation from the wires that are connected to this connector up here, and I would just tie the ends together, and that will fix the problem. You'll be able to take off, and then you can replace this switch if you choose to. Some people don't bother with it, but I think they're good safety features. They do their job, they work, they'll help you if you take off with your kickstand down and you go to make a left turn. You know, it can cause an accident, but that choice is yours. So anyway, that's why I wanted to talk about this switch too, with this video, because according to the KLR forums, this is a common failure point for KLRs for some reason. But I think it must have something to do with motorcycles that are left outside all the time, because I've got 41,000 miles on this, and this still works. So, and I know most of these KLRs do not reach 41,000 miles. So, anyway, I guess that's it. And got any questions, leave them in the comment section. And thanks for watching.